Hello again. Miss D here. Imagine pledging your life to an organization, and only after you've made these pledges and demonstrated publicly that you plan to follow through with your dedication to the best of your ability, and then discovering there are unspoken sexual behavior rules that you did not know even existed, were not made aware of before you made your dedication. And this reality hit you like a bolt of lightning out of a clear blue sky. Kapow! Kapow! I'm making this video because I know for a fact that candidates or Bible study individuals of Jehovah Witnesses, they're not provided with sufficient information regarding the duties and responsibilities that are required in order to make an informed decision about dedicating your life to the Watchtower Society as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, where yes, there are unspoken sexual behavior rules that the congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses do not mention, and you do not know they exist. Where can you find them? The source will be shared by me to you at the end of this video. I promise. I will endeavor to fulfill my mission, which is to inform and empower you to make sure that you know all the facts of what is expected of you as an individual that is before getting baptized or giving your life to anyone or any organization like the spiritual cult of Jehovah's Witnesses. Make sure you know what you are doing. I will admit that this video is bold, unapologetically honest. This presentation is gonna be compelling, an adult discussion that hopefully is informative, not inflammatory, curious, not contemptuous, warm, with gently woven truth and facts. Let me reinforce that I'm not promoting rebellion. I am not promoting informed consent, which is a vital principle rarely granted in religious cults today. However, the ball is in your court. Or should I say, the final decision will be yours. My point to be made is Bible study candidates or baptismal candidates of Jehovah Witnesses, they usually study 3 to 6 months before a very strong suggestion from the study conductor is made to get baptized, or the Bible study may be discontinued. A Bible study conductor will invite, and you know this, the Bible student to attend meetings at the Kingdom Hall immediately. As you know, the definition of baptism is the outward symbol that the one being baptized has made a complete, unreserved, and unconditional dedication through Jesus to do the will of God. And public demonstration of the belief and acceptance of the Holy Bible to be used as a guide in daily living. You know that. However, there is no doubt in my mind, in my heart, which includes years of accumulated knowledge and experience in this organization, that there's no doubt that candidates are not provided with sufficient information regarding the duties and responsibilities required in order to make an informed decision about dedicating life to the Watchtower Society as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. No doubt in my mind. May I introduce you to the organization? That is the Watchtower Society and the governing body. Actually, it is the Watchtower Society and the governing body that your baptismal vows are made. You know that by now. A representative from the governing body will administer the oath of dedication at an assembly. Not your study conductor, the one you had the Bible study with, not any of the elders from the congregation that you visited and will be joining. Thus, you will become a servant of the Watchtower Society. and the governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses. They're the ruling council in Warwick, New York, headquarters. You see, it is the governing body who is responsible for formulating doctrines, yes, overseeing the production of all written materials for publications and conventions, and administering the denomination's worldwide operations. I refer to them as the head honchos, the governing body. The governing body, that council, is composed of 10 to 12 white men and 1 black, who provide direction for all of Jehovah's Witnesses worldwide, approximately 8 million in over 200 countries. Wow! They oversee the preparation of Bible-based instruction through publications, meetings, and schools. By way of helpers, they do have help also. And these are helpers to the governing body members, and these are the titles given to those who assist and direct the public ministry and overseeing the use of donated assets, which means they handle the money too. After you are completely submerged and come up from the water of baptism, you have agreed to be a slave to the Watchtower Society. And believe me, they will exert the authority of a master. And if you do not do as you are told to do, or as it is suggested that you do, you will be treated like a slave that you've already agreed to be. And the unconditional love that was promised, that you experience with the love bombing and the welcome to the organization, all of that unconditional love will go away if you don't do as suggested. Like ice cream on a hot day, poof! It's gone. Unconditional love. Gone. I have a short true story to share with you to support my belief that candidates are not provided with sufficient information regarding the duties and responsibilities that are required in order to make an informed decision about dedicating life to the Watchtower Society as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. This is a serious dedication. You see, Jehovah Witnesses, and it's well known, do not practice premarital sex. You're taught during your Bible study, before baptism, you're taught that. This true story is in reference to an example of not having sufficient information before making a dedication of your life to this religion. You see, once upon a time, there was a young brother and sister, both raised as Jehovah Witnesses, and they decided to marry. After a while, they started to have marital problems, of which they took to the elders, as is known to do of all Jehovah Witnesses. If you have a problem, seek the counsel of the mature men known as elders to help with that problem. This couple went to the elders and discussed the problem, and eventually their marriage ended. And the young brother was disfellowshipped. Years later, this young man shared the reason for his departure from the organization with me. That reason was a lack of knowledge on his part. You see, he wanted to look at porn with his wife and he did not want the elders to know, but his wife did not want to look at porn. So they agreed and sought advice from the elders. The elders' Bible-based suggestion was porn should not be watched by Christians. The young man said to me, if I had known that me and my wife could not watch porn together, I would have never married. He made a statement that I will never forget. And it's one of the reasons that I made this video. He said I married because it was my license to have sex. It was our license to have sex. Let me repeat that again. He said, I married because it was my license to have sex. You see, most young people have a desire to have sex, and they feel they have to marry. Let me ask you something. What makes you happy I repeat, what makes you happy? Do you think many of the answers in your mind would involve that 3-letter word, SEX? I do. That is to be expected. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because sexual feelings and desires, they're a God-given part of every normal person. And even some people who are not normal and maybe not even healthy, they want to have sex. Y'all know it. They may be blind, they may be crippled, or even crazy. But sex is motivation for happiness. We should never forget that sex is a gift from God. Sex is more than a mere biologic function. The scriptures show that it is a source of mutual pleasure for both male and female. We should never forget that sex itself is a gift from God. Sex is more than a mere biologic function. It's a gift from God. And it's very important to know that all of the sexual guidelines for any organization that you're thinking about possibly pledging your life to, before you make a pledge, don't you think? Know all of the sexual guidelines for any organization that you're thinking about possibly pledging to. My mission is to inform you and empower you by sharing an unspoken and unwritten protocol among Jehovah's Witnesses between the sexes. My goal is to shape this discussion into a compelling adult educational talk that will hopefully be illuminating, deeply engaging, and delivered with my signature. No judgment, just sharing 50 years of experience in this organization. As promised, so what is this detailed sexual blueprint waiting for you regarding the private guidelines of sexual conduct? Well, here's the answer, as I promised. These unspoken sexual behavioral rules that the congregation of Jehovah Witnesses may not know even exist, where can you find them? These unspoken sexual behavioral rules that the congregation of Jehovah Witnesses have that you may not even know exist, where can you find them? As I promised, it's called an Elder's Manual, which is distributed by the Watchtower Society to elders only. The answer? It's called an Elder's Manual, which is distributed by the Watchtower Society to elders only, and it contains information that's not privy to congregation members. Elders are advised that this book should not even be seen by you, the publisher. Let me close by saying that this isn't about mocking sacred beliefs. It's about inviting you to examine whether this sacred script fits your human story. We all have one, you know. Don't you deserve to know what's behind the curtain before the curtain call? Don't you deserve to know that? Remember the Wizard of Oz? What was behind the curtain? Remember? So what say you? Will you walk this path to getting baptized as one of Jehovah's Witnesses and or dedication to the Watchtower Society and the governing body with limited information of what is required for the rest of your life? Or will you choose a path with your eyes wide open? Or will you choose a path with your eyes wide shut? Please come again for our next discussion, and remember, I love you. Miss D out. Bye now.